Senator Jim Inhofe says he's against U.S. military action in Syria because we simply can't afford it. I sat down with him at his office here in Tulsa today, where he blamed the president for stripping down our military and making the U.S. too vulnerable to fight this fight.
We are really hurting militarily, and we don't have the assets, we don't have the resources to go into another war.
And Senator Jim Inhofe tells me a military strike against Syria will be considered an act of war.
A lot of people would like to believe that you can surgically go in and bomb a few places or send a cruise missile in, come out, wash your hands, and say it's over now. This doesn't work that way.
Inhofe, a ranking member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, believes military action against Syria would last for years, like in Afghanistan and Iraq. He says President Obama has cut our military by nearly $500 billion over the last 4.5 years, with another $1 trillion in cuts on the way.
Right now we have 14,000 people at Ticker Air Force Base on furloughs because the president has led our military to the point where we have to take drastic steps.
Let me go back to a statement that you made in April that started with continued inaction by the president after laying out a clear red line will only embolden. So if you don't support military action at this time, but you've said if the president does not take action that's putting more lives at risk, then what should he do?
Well, what he should have done is made a decision as to what our policy is going to be in the Middle East and specifically in Syria. He has not done that yet.
While he feels for the victims in Syria, there's too much uncertainty.
There's a lot of uncertainty as to who's responsible for it. There's a lot of uncertainty as to who our friends are that we could use as support group. What if we went in and started supporting a group, ended up being associated with Al-Qaeda?
But for Inhofe, it's mainly about our strained military.
We can't take on any more of the responsibilities around the world. We have to maintain a strong enough military to defend us, the United States.
And in defending the U.S., Inhofe told me something he's taking very seriously, that Iran is working on a weapon that will be ready by 2015 that could hit the eastern part of the U.S. He says that's what our military needs to gear up for. You can watch my entire interview with Senator Inhofe on FOX23.com.